morning, Australia, and look, I know I'm not big on doing these daily, and I'm starting to feel like I'm blabbering on, but I also know that we're running out of fucking time. These lunatics are pushing this through. You need to push back today. You need to push back with everything you've got, and you've got to do the best you can with the resources you have. Everybody's at different scales. Some have money, some have time, some have energy. Everybody needs to utilise these things together to make sure that the dickheads in Parliament don't fucking get the win here, because this is the most totalitarian, scary legislation you could possibly fucking imagine that they're trying to ram through 100 mile an hour. We know this is because Albanese and his mates are dead set communist cunts. We know they dead set want to own us and they want to enslave us. They are absolutely beholden to the World Economic Forum and these other cunts. What can you do? A lot of people are asking me what you can do. One, what you can do is, if you're offended by my language, suck it up, princess, because I'm telling you what, the people who are trying to rape and pillage you, they might use nicer words than what I'm going to use, but I tell you what, they're still going to rape and pillage you, and here I am fucking throwing myself out there, effectively running towards the fire while this is coming at us, and I'm hoping I can be a bit of a battering ram for these fuckers before they get to you. So if my language offends you, I'm not sorry at all. Tough shit. To my conspiracy reality friends, and there's a group of you guys and you get so enthusiastic and so passionate. Don't scare the normies off by crapping on about, well, that's the wrong flag, or you're not following flag protocols, or what about cloud seeding? What about da-da-da? Focus on the key issues here, which is, yes, the government's corrupt, incompetent, and determined to fuck us over. We are being ruled by the least competent, least capable men and women on the fucking planet. They are exceptional at being snaky, exceptional at being dishonest, because their lives serve no other purpose. They have no other skills. None of them have ever had jobs. None of them have ever experienced employing people, creating businesses. That's why when they're breaking all these small businesses, they're breaking building companies, they're smashing tradies and farmers, because they haven't got a fucking clue. Their entire lives are on spreadsheets and hidden behind computer screens on government money stolen off the back of the working class. That's how they exist. They have no actual real world experience. Some of them are quite nice people, and they don't even realise how fucking hopeless they are. That's where we're at. What can you do today? I recommend every single person in this country who cares about this country joins a hunting, a shooting, a firearms sort of a club. Doesn't matter whether you're going to get a license, irrelevant. Join a club, $50, whatever it's going to cost you. Shooters unions, one that I can think of off the top of my head. I know there's some hunting, field and game sort of mobs. All of them have different pros and cons. I'm not an advocate of any particular one. If you are looking for quality people, David Lionhelm, Peter Whelan, Dan Field are three of the most credible men I know in that space. Feel free to, I'm sure if you tap them up on Facebook or wherever, they'll give you some guidance on who they see as being the most valuable entities in that space. But join a gun club, join a hunting club. Let these fuckers at the government know that legal firearm owners are not criminals and they deserve fucking respect. And we need them in this country, goddammit. Secondly, set yourself up an Aspirational Australia club, gang, team, friendship group, whatever you need to do, because you're going to need some support. What we learned through COVID was when the chips were down, when the government started squeezing people, family turned against family, friends turned against friends, they absolutely leveraged it and they proved themselves to be the type of people who, if Anne Frank was under their floorboards, they absolutely would have dobbed them in. Set up a network. Reach out to people, meet them in fucking person, because you know what's happening next? They're going to shut down social media at every opportunity. They're going to start going, no, you're not allowed to have this. No, you're not allowed to have that. That Facebook group's now banned. You need to have a network locally of people you can talk to in real time, people you can share resources with. I know it sounds a bit communist to say that, but voluntary sharing is perfectly okay. I've got chickens. If you need eggs, I've got eggs. Oh, you've got fruit and veg. There is going to come a time in the very near future where those sort of connections are going to help. And there are more and more people going to the wall every fucking day because it's designed to happen that way. They're raping and pillaging. They're pushing people to poverty, because if you're in poverty, you haven't got time to fight the assholes that are causing it. That's part of it. It's part of the game. So if you're a little bit above poverty, try and help the poor bugger that's killing themselves. Secondly, start avoiding the major corporations any way you can. It's impossible to avoid them all. I know some people jump on the soapbox and say, well, never support Woolworths. Fuck, be realistic, okay? They're there. Some people have no fucking choice. But where you can, support Australian private businesses. Buy your meat from a butcher. You know, if there's a fruit and veg shop available, buy from them. If there's some guy selling tomatoes on the side of the road, buy them before you buy something from Woolworths or Coles, if you can. It will cost more. Our liberty is going to come with pain. They're going to apply the pain. They're going to continue to apply the pain. The result is, though, if we push back on the pain now, we're not Venezuela. If we don't, the pain's going to be a whole nother fucking level. Private property ownership will be abolished. It's on their fucking list. They want your home. They want you to be a permanent renter. Doesn't matter how many houses you've got as an individual. Doesn't matter how many generations your farm's been there. They want to take it and they want to manage it as a government entity. Now, we all know these pricks couldn't run a fucking bath, but that's what they want to do because that's what the Communist Manifesto tells them that they must do. So you need to start protecting your private property. And now this one's going to be a little bit fucking controversial as well. A lot of Australians, now some people are going to disagree with me on this, and you're welcome to disagree with me, don't be a fuckwit about it. Australia has some amazing police officers and military personnel. We also have an element of fuckwittism. Try not to cross the two over because there are some coppers in this country who would chew their arm off to arrest you for existing, and they're dead shits. And then there are other coppers who are A-grade fucking legends who are trying to do their best to protect and serve. Now, to those guys, please be aware, you may need to quit. You may need to walk away. You may need to risk a paycheck this week to save your grandkids from this slavery. That's where it's at. It's going to fucking hurt. There will be pain. People say to me all the time, oh, but, you know, I'm risking my job. Everybody is. I risk my job, my businesses every fucking day, putting my face out here with these bloody stupid videos. Every fucking day I put my fucking balls on the line. And you know what? If you don't start doing it as well, they'll take me out and other people like, you know, your Chockies and all these other blokes that are running around, your Sam Bamfords, they're going to be very high on the list. Isaac Butterfields, any politician that does have any balls is going to be on the list. When they remove us, you're losing a layer of protection, and how much easier are they going to get you if you're not going to back us up while we're running at the thing headlong? Think about fucking that. If they get us out of the way and they beat us, you're fucked. I know that's not what you want to hear, but that's what needs to happen. You need to remind your local police, your local military, the people who are police and military in your family, remind them that it's Australia fucking first, not the government first. And they're going to have to take some fucking potential going, fuck, they might lose a job. It's only going to happen with a bit of pain. It's only going to happen with a bit of pain. And those conspiracy theory friends of mine, guys, don't scare the normies off. They're starting to wake up. They don't want to know about fucking cloud seeding. That's a very, very small problem for us right now. Right now, we need to let them know that, yes, there's a lot of problems. And those feelings they're starting to happen, that they're starting to have, that something isn't fucking quite right. They're a bit late to the party, but I consider most of you guys late to the party. I've been doing this for nearly fucking 15, 20 years now. And I considered you guys late to the party, and you got there in COVID, and I saw the hysteria. And I saw you learning a lot of stuff and then sharing it very aggressively. There's 26, 27 million people in this country. Take the little kids out of it. Let's take the elderly and infirm out of it. Out of the competent space of humans in this country, we need to get a large percentage. We need 5 million people in this country to go, no, fuck off, that's bullshit. So the fact that, you know, Australia's a corporation, cool. Great. The average punter doesn't know, doesn't fucking care. They just want their country to be great. Scaring them with that shit does not fucking help. Even if you're right. Politically, yes, I saw some people say, you know, volunteer, help a politician if you do like them, help a candidate if you do like them. A-grade, Aspirational Australia that we put together is there to kind of do that. Because there are some good people in the Liberal Party as shown. Alex Antics, great. Andrew Hastie needs to grab his fucking balls and decide where his fucking bread's buttered. Is it with the Australian people or is it with the Liberal Party? Because they're fucking hopeless. But there are some good people in there. Support them when you can. Put your hand up and run for your local council. And you're saying to me, Dean, I don't want to fucking do that shit. I don't want to do that shit. But if you're sitting on one of those council seats, that's one less screaming banshee fuckwit taking up that seat, pushing fucking bullshit agendas. Take the seat up and fucking just go, no, I'm not fucking buying into that. And last but not least, for this fine rant for the morning, if you're having a conversation with somebody, anybody, I don't care if it's online, and some fuckwit saying something deluded like transgender men are women, or transgender women are women. No, they're not. They are men who feel like they're women. And you're allowed to fucking feel like whatever you fucking want. But we don't have to play ball as far as that goes. No. And you're allowed to say, that's bullshit, stop it. Right? This fear we all have of being called racist, sexist, homophobic, Nazis, whatever the fuck, right? It stops. We've let this go on now for far too fucking long. The cancel culture, the bullshit. If you're talking to somebody and they say to you, and I mean, this puts you in the firing line for 5 years jail under Albo's new rules, but remember, they haven't got enough jails for fucking all of us. They will try to pick us all off one by one. That's why we must all move as one, be united in some very core principles and go, no, fuck off. And when the screaming banshees start squealing and jumping up and down and stomping their little feet with the hysteria with which they usually operate, listen, honey, son, whatever the case may be, you're not a little girl. Stop it. All right? That's the end of the fucking discussion. No, you're not a fucking cat. You're not a cat. You're not a Tyrannosaurus Rex. You're not a fucking jet fighter pilot, unless you're a jet fighter pilot. You can't identify as a millionaire. But a lot of these politicians can identify as cunts. A lot of these people who are on the other side of the spectrum can identify as deluded fucking lunatics. And to the white guilt crowd, I do feel sorry for you, because somehow you've convinced yourself, or you hate yourself so fucking much, that because things happened in the past that you had nothing to fucking do with, you have now convinced yourself that you've got to fix the world by destroying it. Because you can convince yourself that you're doing the right thing because some fuckwit told you so. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Australia. There's some pointers. People ask me, what do we do? How do we do it? I can't answer 50 fucking messages overnight. Sorry, guys, I love it. It's really flattering. I'm warm and fuzzy about it, but I haven't got time to answer all of you all the time. Take some of those pointers. Join a gun club. Join a hunting club. If you've got police and military friends and family, let them know that this is bullshit, it's unacceptable, and at some point they're going to have to make a choice. Build a community. Build friends like-minded, because as we learned in COVID, you'll have sons dobbing in daughters and mothers fucking dubbing in sons, all sorts of filthy shit, all to appease a corrupt communist government. This country's too good for that. This country deserves better, and I'm going to do my very best to stand with you guys right up until they lock me in a cage. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good day.